Read between the lines, it's Mandy and Deb. Books, bold opinions, and things that we've read. Pour up a glass, spill all the tea. Dark romance or rom-com spree. Read between the wines, where every sip comes with a plot twist.
Welcome back to Read Between the Wines with Mandy and Deb. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Deb.
And again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. If you can, please click that subscribe button, like our videos, comment, let us know what you like and we don't like. We'd appreciate it.
Bully
So
you.
Thanks. Yeah, here comes your weekly
you.
bullying.
Yep.
What are we talking about today, Deb?
We're going to talk about intercepts. So we did a recommendation off of Ashley's list last week. We did Tell Me What You Did. So now we're doing a recommendation off of Jordan's list. And we did intercepts. And what perfect timing, because Halloween is going to be on Friday, right? This episode drops on the 28th.
I think so. Yes. As long as nothing happens. Yes.
Right in time for Halloween. So perfect. So very excited to get into it and tell you all what we think.
Yeah, a horror novel. Again, we don't read a lot of those. And ones that I have read, I didn't really, I mean, I liked, but I was like, meh.
Yeah. No, I like this
So
one.
yes, Intercepts by TJ Payne is what we'll be going over today. And we'll also do a spoiler-free section, and then we will go into a spoiler section as well.
As much of a spoiler-free as we can give you, because this book was not terribly long. It's a good quick read, but it was... we can't give away too much because the whole premise of the book is a spoiler.
Yeah, we really don't want to give you too much at all. So it'll probably be mostly our thoughts and if we like and recommend it. But that's okay. So hang with us.
Yeah.
Got your wine?
I do. And you know what it is because I'm boring and predictable. It's Prosecco.
I have. So since this is Jordan's recommendation, I went and picked up the Rodney Strong.
I should have done that.
And well, honestly, it was just a happy act. I didn't even put two and two together until just the second.
So what do you think of it?
It's good. Again, it's Sunday. Good. It's sauce day. So it's the red wine's
Drink it right with our sauce.
And our meatballs and our sausage.
That's probably my favorite red wine I've ever had.
It is good. It is. I like it. It's smooth. It's I will say though that as I'm drinking this, everybody who's watching, my complexion is going to get redder and redder as the episode goes on because that's just what red wine does to me. It makes me so warm. So warm. So the Siggy fan's going to be coming out a lot today.
Speaking of
just so
Siggy,
you know. Yeah.
What's up with these Jersey housewives? I need them to get their ish together.
I don't know. All I know is that now there's going to maybe be some kind of reconciliation with Teresa and Joe and Melissa.
I did see that.
I kind of want to be like, don't fall for it, guys. Don't fall for it again. Don't do it.
Yeah. It's hard. You know, when you've got three very strong personalities and you've got one who has consistently done things that have not been the greatest, whether it was for TV or just, you know, in general, whatever. We obviously can't say what Teresa's actual personality is or Melissa and Joe's, but
I know. But yeah, and she's never wrong. She's never wrong.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
I think she's a narcissist, to be completely honest with you. I've watched all the seasons many, many times, and I used to like her in the early seasons. I loved her.
Yeah.
And then as things went on and progressed, I was like, oh, she's just not nice. She's, like, at all.
I thought we made such a good turning point when she came back from going to jail.
Yes. Yes.
And I thought life like really humbled her.
Yes.
And now it kind of feels like a lot of those things went out the window. And look, we don't know everything that's gone on behind closed doors and everything.
Yeah.
Like they're only going to show what everybody wants us to see. And like that's what
Of
makes it good
course.
TV, right? But I don't know. You and I are very similar in that we are team Joe and Missy G.
I just love them.
I
I
do
love 'em.
too. I do. I do.
But
Not
yeah,
that
hopefully go ahead.
not that we want bad for Teresa, but like
No.
she needs to get it together.
Yeah. Yeah. Get it together. It's whenever she doesn't, you know, now that she has Louis, as soon as Louis came in the picture, she didn't need Joe and Melissa anymore. So it was just like, you just treat them like shit. That's exactly what happened. When she came home, she had nobody. Joe Judice was still there, but he was going to be leaving. So I feel like
Right.
she was like, I need to make this better now. So it's not weird as soon as he leaves. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
guys, like, I
It
need you.
feels very convenient for when she
Yeah.
wants to be like good and nice. It does.
Yeah. I agree.
But,
Yeah.
but Bravo needs to like reel these ladies in because I need more Jersey on board. I'm friggin' bored.
I can only watch it, the old ones, so many times before, you know. We
get up
we
to
need
like
something else.
I get up to like season 6. That's when Dina comes back. Right?
That's
Or is that
the worst
season
season.
7?
I don't watch
I
that
know.
season. Are you talking about with the twins and Amber?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then I start from season 1 and then I get up to that season. I skip it. Sometimes I go forward or sometimes I just restart from season 1 again.
I know. It's a mishmash.
Oh,
We can bounce
it is
around.
a mishmash. But definitely my favorite franchise out of all the Housewives. They are
1000%. Yeah.
top notch. Love them. Love them.
One more thing I wanted to mention on here before we get into our book.
Mhm.
Have you seen what Kim K is selling now with Skims?
Christ.
What is going on in this world, you guys? Okay, and I'm going to say this. I like Kim Kardashian a lot, and I love Skims.
Yeah.
I have a couple things from them. Everything I have from them is great. Quality's awesome, and I don't think they're overly expensive for being a Kim
No, they're
Kardashian
not.
brand.
Yeah.
But why are we selling Merkins now? Why? This just makes absolutely no sense to me. What is going on?
I genuinely would like to know, people, if there was ever a time for you to write into our website,
now's the time.
readbtdubs.com, now's the time, because I genuinely, like, absolutely zero judgment. I would like to know what the appeal is, because I don't understand it.
Yeah,
but
I don't get it.
I want to know. Like, I want to know. Please.
And if anybody's listening, you don't know what a Merkin is. It's hairy underwear. It's underwear that makes you look like you have a bush.
Yeah.
It's a fur
It's
bikini.
weird. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely am like at a loss for words because I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. And like some of the stuff that was a little bit out there, like I could understand, like when she did the bras with the nipples in it. Like, I wouldn't buy one, but I can kind of understand why people might want to buy that.
Okay.
This I have no idea.
Right.
Not a clue
Like,
why we're selling this, but I mean, they're sold out in
I
every size and
know.
color. So, I mean,
Yeah.
she was probably just like, I can sell whatever and people will buy it out. It'd be the
She
like
really
let's do
could.
an experiment. This is the most ridiculous thing ever. I bet you people will buy it. And they did.
Yep, they did, and they sold it out in seconds.
Yes.
Kim was recently on a podcast show. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called Call Her Daddy.
Oh yeah.
So she was on that. Oh my God. First off, if you ever want a really good podcast to listen to for like interviews, Alex does an amazing job. She's so good. But she was on there, and I mean, I have a lot more respect for Kim. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I saw like the part of her talking about like wanting to become a lawyer and everything, and how
Yeah.
like she wants to open up her own practice and make it affordable for people. Like for the people who really can't, they get the best team at like not the craziest price ever. And
Right.
like,
Oh, that's
I don't
cool.
know. I have a lot more respect for her in that regard because, you know, the Kardashians growing up were just like, what are they famous for?
I know. Yeah, they were just famous for being famous.
Right. And now it's like, okay, you've done it all. You've sold everything that you could think of selling between Merkins and bras and skincare and makeup and all of that. And now it's like, okay, you're going to do affordable attorney
I like it.
fees for people. I do. I like it. She's gained some points in my book. So kudos, Kim. Kudos.
Well, if that wasn't scary enough for you, should we get into our book?
Yeah.
All right. So, like we said in the beginning, this is Intercepts by TJ Payne. This is a horror novel. And we're going to start off with our non-spoiler thoughts about this. So, like we said in the beginning, really not much we can give you as far as plot to this book right now. The only thing I'm going to say is this is revolving around the man who is the supervisor of a government facility. What he does is a huge secret. His family doesn't know, his friends don't know what he does or what goes on in this facility. He has a daughter, Riley, that lives with her mom. And there's a tragedy that happens within the family. Riley comes to live with him, and things just go downhill from there.
Real
And
fast.
and that's really all I feel comfortable saying
Yeah.
as far as
It's really hard for this book because this book was short. It's a quick read. It's not going to take you very long. It's fast paced and it kicks off on page 1. I mean, you are like fully thrown into this and you are just, it just keeps going and rolling. And it's, like we said, like we can't give too much because like everything that we can give you is like little pieces because it just snowballs. And then if we say like one thing, you're going to be like, oh,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
So this one's hard. This one's hard to do.
This is hard.
Full spoiler free for you.
Yeah.
I will say though, however, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I do not believe that this is a book that would necessarily scare the pants off of anybody. So I think it's safe to say that this one really gets you thinking about things, and it gets you to be like, ooh, this could happen potentially in real life, maybe, depending, kind of, sort of. I don't know. I like all that paranormal shit, so. But I think it's a good, go ahead. Go ahead. Say
No,
it.
you're fine.
You
No.
think it.
Okay, no, I don't think this could ever happen. I don't think this could ever happen.
Oh, I think so. I don't know. I think the government does some real
I'm not
shit, so.
I'm not denying that there's things that they do that we have no idea what they're doing. I'm just saying the and this being the non-spoiler side of it, what is actually happening and with it tying into the story, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I kind of think it could, but that's me and all my ghosty wonder. But anyway.
Well, maybe that's intrigued you now to go ahead and read it so you can know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So I think that this is a really good book for anybody who is looking to kind of start their horror journey. You're not quite ready for a Stephen King. That's totally fine. You don't want anything too heavy. That this is a good book to start with.
Right. And like Deb said, it's quick. And it is a little bit gory-ish, I'll say. So if you don't like that at all, it's not a lot of it, but if you don't like that at all, then maybe just be cautious with this. But it wasn't. There were some points I was like, ooh.
But, yeah, and we'll get into it with the spoilers.
Yes, we'll get into that with the spoilers. But I enjoyed it as well. I think you liked it a little bit better than me. We haven't talked about this at all yet. Yeah. Again, off air. I liked it. Like you said, it was a short read. It took me a while to get through this, though. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, it's not my normal type of read. So maybe that was why I'm not used to reading books like this. I did enjoy it, though. I thought it was good. I would recommend it. I think, though, as far as this genre, I'm going to take a break for a while. I think I know I like these kinds of books, but I don't think I can do so many back to back. You know what I mean?
No, probably not. Not unless you're Jordan really gravitates towards the horror genre. So she ate this book up. She said that she read it cover to cover in one day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you can go back and everybody, if you want to, hear Jordan's take on it, go back to our horror episode with Jordan. Because, And again, she really didn't give too much away with hers either. So it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I liked it. I recommend it. It's not my genre of choice, but I'm glad I read it.
Yeah, I'm glad I read it too. I think that this was a real good starter for horror but it wasn't too serious.
Right.
Salem's Lot was a lot. So this was not nearly so much.
Yeah. Not too bad.
So, but yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Is there anything we can add to our? I really don't think so. Sorry, everybody, if you're here for the non-spoilers. We're glad that you lasted this long with us.
Yeah, right. If you don't care about spoilers and you haven't read it yet, stay with us.
If you definitely. But I do recommend reading it. So we will not be offended if you come back to our episode at a later date and listen to the end. But for right now, we're going to get into everything that happened that you might not want to know. So
just make sure when you come back, you really make sure you hit that comment, subscribe button. Remember,
Absolutely.
we're going to bully you. Bully you with love.
Oh my God.
All right, so anybody who doesn't want to stick around to hear the spoilers, now's your chance to go away. Bye.
Yes. Love you. Bye.
See ya.
All right. So we're officially in our spoiler section. So a little bit more on what Joe does for work. So this facility, they basically are doing human experiments, and I got the way you find out in the book about what's going on. It's like, okay, they're doing human experiments, but why? And then you find out a little bit more, and it's like, okay, but why? Okay, but why?
Yeah.
And you find out like in steps of what's going on.
That is one thing I do have to say about this book is I wish we knew a little bit sooner why we're doing this. Actually, honestly, and maybe it's because I obviously was listening to it. Maybe I missed it. I feel like I didn't really fully grasp why this is all happening.
Yeah,
Fill me
because in the beginning, well, I'm trying to think back now. So we have the prologue, and it's of this person who we know that their senses have been totally diminished. They can't
Correct.
see, hear, feel
Yeah.
anything until they
Right.
just see this light, and we're like kind of left with, okay, what is going on?
Right.
And then we're following somebody who works at the facility into a room with this patient, or whoever whoever the government has taken to do these experiments on, and they have no senses. They can't hear. They're kind of just flailing around. They can't see anything, and they're in there to like clean up and clean them, bathe them, things like that. And this is where
Right.
this one subject, they call them antennas. That's what they're called, or antennas. Which you're like, why antenna? And you don't find out until later. So you're kind of left guessing the whole way through.
Right.
But there's a brutal attack right there. And was that the
Yeah.
first chapter?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was because I posted that video on
That's right.
TikTok. Her arms are cut off. Her legs are cut off. And I was like, oh my God, we're on chapter 1.
yeah. So this antenna, that, person just really just literally rips this person apart. Like,
Which, I mean, to be fair, if you're doing that kind of experimental shit on people, it's bound to go awry at some point.
right. Well, so yeah, let's get that out of the way. So in essence, what they're doing is they're using these people to see through the eyes of others, basically.
Right.
And there's a word for it. I don't know what it is. But basically, they can, if they diminish the senses of these people so much and then shove all this information down their throats about this one particular person that they want to know more about, eventually they end up seeing life through that person's eyes. Now, what the government is using them for are for like arms dealers, cartels, things like that, so they can find these people and arrest them. And
It all comes together now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what the government is using them for. Is it right?
Right.
No, but
No.
that's what they're there for ultimately. That's what
Right.
these people are doing. But we have this one antenna. They've named her Bishop. That's kind of what they call her. She has figured out that she doesn't know where she is. She just knows that she's not where she's supposed to be. She knows she had a life previously, but she doesn't remember what that was. And she
She's
just
in
knows,
purgatory.
yeah, pretty much. And she knows that wherever she is, it's not right. And she is going to make the lives of these people who work in this facility absolutely miserable, starting with the supervisor, Joe.
Right.
Right.
And it all just goes downhill from there. So what happens from there is Joe gets a call and finds out that his ex-wife has, trigger warning, committed suicide. So she has shot herself, and he has to go pick up his daughter Riley from her school because this happened like during the middle of the day.
Right.
So he goes and he picks her up, and Riley starts to experience very weird things. She starts seeing this person. She starts seeing her at the house. She gets so freaked out at one point when she gets to her dad's house that she's like, there is somebody here and I don't feel safe. Now, with what Joe does, Riley doesn't know. And his ex-wife didn't know either.
Right.
I guess she didn't know at all, right? Right.
No, she didn't know.
So Joe is like, what did she look like? Because if I have to call the police, like this house is going on lockdown and like we are going to be questioned from now until next year.
Right.
So Riley is like, I swear to God, I saw somebody. So Joe calls, his security team comes in. They're checking all the camera footage. Riley says, like, I saw her. Well, maybe I think I saw her. She looked like this and this and this and this. And everybody was just kind of like, you've had a really stressful day.
Right.
Why don't you go to sleep? Like, sleep it off. It's okay. Like, these things happen. It's fine. So it doesn't stop from there, though. Riley keeps seeing this thing, person, and she's doing, like, not great things. She's showing her images of things that have happened to her mom. She's showing images of things that her dad has done. She's showing her all these different things. And it just, I mean, like, snowballs from there.
Yeah. So at one point Joe asks his friend from work, Hannah, who's a doctor, to come over and talk to Riley because Joe isn't exactly sure what's going on, but the description that Riley has given him is it's a woman in a hospital gown, but she's got long hair. So he's like, that can't be right because he's thinking along the lines of maybe it's an antenna, but their heads are shaved. So he's like, maybe not. So Hannah comes and talks to her, and the whole time the vision that she sees of this woman in the hospital gown is like sitting there at the table with them.
Yeah.
And then, Hannah's asking her questions, and it goes into this whole thing. Riley sees a vision of Hannah and her father, Joe, having an affair. And she's like, did you sleep with my father? And she's like, how did you know that? Yeah, like, yikes. Okay, well, yeah, I did.
And before that, this antenna shows Riley. Hannah had gone through child loss at one time.
Yeah.
So Riley was being shown what happened to Hannah's daughter.
Yeah.
And Hannah was like, how the hell do you know all of this? And Riley's like, your antenna's sitting right next to me and she's showing me everything. And Hannah's like,
yeah. So at that point,
security breach.
Right. At that point, Joe does tell Riley what he does. He does. He tells her everything because they're like, this is obviously what it is. He has to.
And Hannah's like, she's making me feel unsafe. She's making me feel like the only way to get rid of her is to end my life.
Right.
And Joe's like, no.
Don't do that.
No. That's not going to happen. So
right.
Then the antenna was saying, like, tell him to tell you or I will make you. And this antenna is doing, like, throwing hallucinations at Riley like you wouldn't believe. She's making her believe the house is on fire, that she's got insects crawling under her skin and burrowing into it's trippy.
It is,
It's
and it's
so
really
trippy.
uncomfortable to I did feel
Yeah.
like a lot of points in this book were very icky.
Yeah.
Very
Like,
icky.
Like, ooh, especially the spider one. I don't do spiders. I hate spiders. And when she was describing
Oh, the
that she was
spiders, like,
seeing
yeah.
them go under her skin, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So
Terrible.
basically what Bishop wants, she just wants to be set free, basically.
Right.
And
Right.
that's not by saying her walking out the door free. I think she's just praying for death at this point, just to not be going through everything that she's going through and, being
Right.
on this gas that dulls all of her senses every single day. And then being, like I said before, like all this information just being shoved down your throat just so you
Right.
can, she wants to be free. And she, I guess she knows what they're doing to her now. She's kind of held on enough to her sanity to know that
Right.
this is what's going on.
Right.
So Joe tells Riley, like, I'm going to take care of it. Don't move off of this couch, basically. I'm going to take care of it.
And don't tell anybody anything. You stay here. I will be back.
Right. So he goes back to work. And that's when, and this is like kind of like towards the middle of the end of the book. I kind of thought like the craziness was going to be like the very last bit of the book. But when he went back and I'm reading, I'm like, oh, shit's starting now.
Yeah. Yeah. So he goes in and he orders a whole system shut down and reboot because there's got to be a reason why, because the previous attack happened just the day before this one happened, or a couple of days before. So he's like, it's gotta be, we gotta shut down, we gotta start from scratch. Everyone's like, I don't know. And Joe's like, do as I say. Just do it. If anybody gives you crap for it, I'll take the blame for it.
Right.
So they do that. And while the system is shutting down, Joe goes in and he cuts her gas line and she goes apeshit. I mean, that's when she starts to feel all the things that have been done to her. So she starts clawing at her skin and like her.
She just wants to feel
eyeballs
anything. She wants to feel something.
And she ends up basically killing herself because she's just clawing away at every last bit of her. In the midst of all that craziness happening with the gas leak, they're trying to figure it out. Joe's going to his supervisor, is like, oh, like, I don't know. Like, who could have been? He gets a vision of Riley calling him.
That's right.
From right outside his job.
That's right.
And she's asking him, please come outside. I'm scared. And he's like, how the fuck did you get here? Because
and how do you know where here is?
Do.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you know where here is? Right.
I've never brought you here for like take your kid to work day. We didn't do company picnics. We didn't do any of that shit. How do you know where here is?
Right. Right.
So he goes out to the truck and here's Riley presenting as like a shell of a person. And she starts to go violent as well.
Yes, she does.
But not before he starts to see all the other antennas outside in front of his car. And then she starts to go insane. She starts to claw at her eyes. She pretty much almost bites her tongue completely off. Like, it's a whole scene. And all Riley keeps saying is they want to be set free.
Right.
And then the antennas say to him, if you free us like you did her,
Right. Bishop.
we will spare your daughter. And
Right.
that's all he needed. That's
Right.
all he needed.
So basically, Bishop had taught the other antennas through their mind wandering
Telekinesis.
how to do all of this.
Astro-projection.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, really. So now Joe's like, all right. And we do another system reset, right? And basically he's taking his whole crew at gunpoint, knowing he doesn't want to hurt them. He just needs to scare them enough to like get this done so that
gun
Riley
is
will
not
be
loaded.
safe. The gun's not even loaded, but nobody knows that.
Right.
So we go in for another system reset, and the team that he brings, which is the doctor and two of the technicians that he works with day in and day out at this facility, they go in and they start cutting all the gas lines and all the chambers for these antennas. And it's a very messy ending. But the thing that I thought was, I don't want to say cool because it's not, very interesting, was they are fucking with everybody's mind within the end of this. So the antennas are getting out and security has found a way in, because when you do a full system lockdown, the elevators don't work. You can't get through the stairwells. So they know security's like, something is not right now. So they enter through another way. They come in, they go into the break room, and what they see are all of the antennas attacking the crew that work in this facility. They're seeing that they're seeing them being ripped to shreds. So what is security going to do? Of course, they're going to kill the threat. Turns out it was a hallucination, a total hallucination, and security just killed every worker in that break room.
Oh, God.
Which I was like, oh,
yeah.
What?
Everybody.
Yeah. Joe gets caught in a room with one and is slowly just being ripped apart. One of the techs is totally ripped. I mean, decapitated. Everything is just, it's very messy ending.
It is.
Yeah. Very messy. But
towards the end is pretty gory. Yeah.
Yeah. But I believe the antennas have gotten what they want, and they've freed themselves to the point where they're no longer living and and suffering, basically.
Right. And Joe dies, obviously. So yeah,
Does he?
dies.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. He is spared somewhat. So
somehow he gets put back together.
Right. So, and I mean, we get into that. So Joe's supervisor goes to Joe's house with all of his security and everything, finds Riley. She's been sitting on the couch. We don't know how long she's been.
It's been days.
Yeah. So he goes, I'm sorry. There's been a tragedy. Your father has died. And she's just sitting there and she's like, oh, like,
no
she
affect, just she's
nothing. So he goes, I can give you a few choices as to what we're going to do. You can take these meds and they're going to make you very sleepy and you're not going to remember the last couple of days. And you're going to go on with your life. You're going to live with your grandparents and you're going to have a normal life. Or I can put you into a facility, which makes me think that he was going to take her.
I do too.
I think he was going. from the beginning of this book, I fully thought Riley was an experiment from the start.
I kind of did too.
Up until she started seeing things, then I was like, huh, okay, just kidding.
Maybe not.
So I do think that if she had said, like, I don't want to take these medications, like, how can I trust you? I think they were going to take her, and to keep her from saying anything to anybody, they were going to make her an antenna.
Yeah, I think Riley would have disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, she starts hearing a little voice, and she starts seeing through her dad's eyes. And it's a scene from Father's Day when she was like 5 or something.
Little
when she was
girl,
really
yeah.
young. And he goes, take the pills. Take the pills. So she does. She takes the pills. So fast forward, she graduates high school and everything. And she goes on to live a semi-normal life.
Semi-normal.
And then we get to the epilogue.
Yeah. So this was facility, or I forget, facility B, I think, that Joe was in charge of. So now we're in facility C. Forgive me if it's numbered instead of lettered.
No, I think you're right. I think it's lettered.
Yeah. So they didn't learn, I guess, from the accidents that happened at 1 and 2. And we're starting at the 3rd. And we're the guy who was above Joe, Javi, was his name Javier or something like that, I think. Javier. He's at this new facility, and he's there for another session, another tuning session is what they call them when they watch the antennas go into the minds of these other people. And which one are we going to pick? They're asking Javier. Well, we have an Asian woman who, Hannah was an Asian woman. And we have another one that they're calling Happy, because there's 7 antennas in this facility, and they figure, well, the 7 dwarves, let's name them all after the 7 dwarves, Happy. And Happy turns out to be, it's Joe. It's Joe. They must have put him back together somehow, because
sewn
the antennas,
him back.
But I remember now when they were describing the way that they found Joe, he had been mutilated by the antennas for only purposes of pain. They had spared him all of his arteries and everything like that, to where they wanted him to just feel pain. So he wasn't bleeding out or anything like that. So this makes a little bit of sense now. So basically, like, they and we also find out that Bishop, the one that was making Riley have all of these visions, was the supervisor for the first facility, A. I was like, so this is just a vicious circle.
Well, it also shows that they're not just taking random people. They're taking people from within, which, I mean, if you're going to experiment with like government stuff and you've already hired those people for the government, I guess it's okay.
I mean, I don't think it's okay. I think it's...
No, it's not okay. It's not okay, but I mean, I don't know.
I guess that's how they kind of keep it under wraps then, because, you know, these families already know that they have government jobs. They can't know anything. So it'd be very easy for them to be like, well, so-and-so had an accident at work. We're so sorry. And then be none the wiser to anything.
Correct.
You know?
And that's why I think this shit could happen in real time.
I don't I don't think the extent of what the antennas were doing for the government could happen. I could definitely see shady shit going on for sure. I'm not saying that is not happening. I'm just saying the whole like mind jumping vision stuff. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
The
I don't
mind
know.
is a powerful thing.
You know, and it's so funny, too, because as I was reading this book, I was thinking about a book that I read recently. I read The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown, and that was about studies that they're doing about consciousness. And it was funny how a lot of I don't want to say tied together, but it made me think about that book because they were talking about, you know, consciousness not being part of you, but being more of like an external hard drive that's held out somewhere. And I was like, that's interesting. Very interesting. Like being part of the cloud. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's ever disassociated for more than like 5 minutes, you kind of understand the feeling.
Yeah. Me for sure.
Not that disassociation is good. Please see your mental health professional for sure. But like, I mean, have you ever disassociated when you were in the car driving?
Yes.
I
Like,
have.
how did I get home?
Do you remember when I used to work in Warwick with Kathy
Mhm.
riding the horses? That was like an hour drive. So I would do that a couple of times a week. There was one day where I literally left the house and I am at the barn
Yeah.
and I don't remember anything in between.
I know. I don't think that's necessarily. I think that's just being on autopilot in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's anything like that you need to worry about.
I know, but like now that I've become aware of like what disassociation is with like certain things, I'm just kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, your mind can do some pretty crazy things. I mean,
Yeah. So
you
who's to say that it can't? I mean, who knows? Who knows with all the things that they're trying to do and like Neuralink and stuff like that. I mean, yeah. I mean, is it?
I know that there's aliens at Area 51. I know
Oh
it.
God. We'll get into an alien chat another day. Aliens. I don't know.
Listen, you cannot tell me that we are the only planet with life in this vast.
I am not saying that. I just don't think life looks the same as it does here. I don't think there is this kind of
aliens.
life. Yeah, but I'm talking like
No.
organisms. I'm talking about like, you know,
Flying saucers and shit.
I'm talking about like
Aliens.
amoebas. No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Hey, maybe I'm the
Amoebas.
crazy one. I don't think so. But that's just me.
Oh, God.
We'll have Dad on to talk about that stuff.
Oh, we should.
He loves to talk about that kind of stuff.
He does. He absolutely does. Oh, we should. He would love it. We should
We'll have to find a book about aliens.
Yep. And we should make him read it, and then we should get him on
We
this.
should give him homework. Okay, I like it.
All right. He's retired. He can do it.
Yes, semi-retired.
Oh, God.
So, that's really it in a nutshell. This book.
Yeah.
It was psychologically like
It was a doozy.
yeah. The ending, I was like, oh shit! Like this is just never going to end. This is just going to keep going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? Would you call this horror? Would you call it gore?
I would call it horror.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
like what hits the hardest of this book and why
the psychological.
The
psychological.
I would
for
agree
sure.
with you.
And that is definitely, in my eyes, the scariest thing that could ever happen, because again, something like this is probably maybe not to the extent of all the mind stuff, but something like this is probable with how you can be tricked into something like this.
Yeah. I
That
can.
and serial killers. Those are my two,
Yeah. This was and like I said, this took me a little bit longer to get through because it's not my normal kind of read, but
Right.
I did like it. I thought it was really, and I'm just really just caught on the very end with just that they're all there now. But the kicker was that Javier, the supervisor above Joe, when he's watching Joe have his tuning session, he starts to get this massive headache, which is exactly what Riley experienced before she started having the visions. And again, that's where I'm like, this is literally never going to end. This is going to be keep going and going and going and going. So
I really hope TJ Payne does not make this a continuate. Leave it where it is. I think
so, yeah.
Because
I just
all
meant
know.
Yeah, no, I just meant that if you were in this real world or in this world of the book, this is just going to just snowball.
Right. Absolutely. No, I really enjoyed this book.
I liked it too. So what stuck out the most to you?
I mean, definitely that aha moment at the end.
Yeah.
Where we're all just kind of like, fuck, holy shit.
Yeah.
Again, I definitely thought Riley was an experiment at first because it sounded like they needed things pretty close to home. And the way that he led you on with this made me think and especially when Jordan was giving us a description of it, she read the back of the book and she only gave us the first two lines where it was Joe is a government employee that does human experiments. His experiment just followed him home. Yeah. I was like, it's gotta be family. It's gotta be family. That's why I was so oh my God. They probably, I thought it was a situation where maybe him and his wife were having a hard time having a baby. Maybe, she was able to get pregnant, but then they were she's sick or something like that. So they took her to the government hospital instead of, there are so many things. But I definitely thought that Riley was the experiment for the first, up until we got that chapter where she actually was seeing the antenna bishop and she started getting all those really crazy visions and everything. I was full send for that theory. But I like this ending far better because it's
I do
holy
too.
shit. They just keep recycling their employees.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with you on my favorite. The last was whew, wow. I just thought it was a wild, and what a really good idea for a book, I think. Very, very, very cool idea for a book. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like this. There have been similar things that have been done in movies, but not quite to this extent. And I remember when we were talking with Jordan, she said, when we asked her, what do you what would be a book that you would want to be seen made into a movie? And I agree. I would want to see this done.
Yeah, she's absolutely right that when you're reading it, it's got a very cinematic element to it when you're reading it. Like you can really like play it out in your mind. So yeah, I 1,000% agree with her with that. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Kudos, Jordan. Very
good job, Jordan. Very good recommendation. Yay.
We enjoyed it.
2 thumbs up. Well, how many stars did you give it, Deb?
I'll give it 4.
I think I gave it 3.
Okay.
And that's not to say I didn't like it, and that's not to say it deserves a 3. Again, we can't give half stars on Goodreads. Everything that we talk about on here is our Goodreads stars. So
it's not your normal genre.
It's not my normal genre. Like I said, it took me a little bit. There was nothing other than knowing that we were doing this episode. There was nothing like making me go, oh, I got to keep reading this book. I got to keep reading this book. And it's just, it's only because this kind of stuff typically, it's not my cup of tea. But I'm glad that we are doing this podcast. And I was, I did have to finish it because I'm very happy that I read it. I am.
Right. I mean, I think the ending alone does it for me, where I was just like, like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. I like it
Good
very
stuff.
much. I definitely recommend it. I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if I had read it as opposed to listen to it.
Maybe. Well, I did it on my Kindle, which is why I don't have a copy here of it. Oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited, everyone. So go ahead. If you're still here and you haven't read it and you want to read it, even though we gave the whole friggin' book away, go on KU and get it.
Even though we went through this entire thing, if you haven't read it yet, it's an experience all in itself.
Yeah, it
is. We're not hitting every single last thing. We're hitting the big hitters. Yeah. There's so much that happens in this, and it's crammed in there. It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I agree.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Good stuff. So what's up next week, Deb?
I think we're starting our holiday TBR.
I got to take all these pumpkins and fall owls down. Quinmas! Yeah. So Deb and I are going to put together a couple books, each of us, of what books we want to read during the holiday season. I know it's only going to be November, but that's basically Christmas.
Yeah. Practically.
Have you been to the stores lately? The Christmas stuff's out.
My neighbor said to me on Friday.
Oh, I thought you were going to say put their Christmas tree up.
No,
early
not
for
yet.
me even.
Not yet. She goes, only 9 more Mondays till Christmas or something like that. And I was like, oh, I don't even know when I'm moving yet. Be quiet.
God. 9 more Mondays until Christmas. That
something.
Listen, I only just that makes me so anxious because I haven't started shopping. So I need to start shopping for Christmas.
8 Mondays till till the week Christmas. Yeah. I haven't done anything either. Guess what? Everyone's getting socks and underwear.
That's fine. Well, I mean, I just got to really shop for Dean. That's really,
basically.
Well, that's what we'll be talking about next week. We'll have a nice little plethora of holiday books to talk about.
It's literally only going to be Megan Quinn.
That's not true. I'll find some other things.
I've got 2 Megan Quinn books.
That's okay. We'll find more. It's all good.
I'm so excited. More Megan Quinn books? Yes, we will.
You can never have too many. I mean, come on.
I mean, she just the queen of rom-coms. I'm sorry.
I'm finally finishing out the hockey romance series, the Vancouver Agitators. I'm listening to This Is War, or This Is So War. I forget what it's called. Hilarious. It's narrated by Teddy Hamilton. If you want to do the audio, it's great. I recommend it so far. And I'm only on chapter 7 or 8. It's very funny. So highly recommend the whole series, but this one's very good so far.
And which book is that? in the
It's
series?
the final one. I think 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
How did you like the rest of the series?
I like them very much. I need to go back and try and remember. There was one I felt kind of fell a little bit flatter, but it was still good. I still enjoyed
Okay.
all of them. I'll have to I'll do a ranking somehow so everybody can know where I think they all fall, but they were good. They're all
Listen.
funny. They're all good.
Anything Megan Quinn puts out is really
Anything
good.
Megan Quinn, it's you can't go wrong. You really can't.
We were not the biggest fans of Bridesmaids Undercover, which is the second book in the Bridesmaids
Correct.
series. But Bridesmaids by Chance, that was really funny.
That was
and
really
the first
funny.
one was
The first one is
hilarious.
still my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Brody.
We'll be
Brody.
Oh my god, Brody.
Brody's the best.
Brody.
All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see y'all next week. And
And remember, he's only a red flag if he's real.
bye, everybody.
Bye.